Welcome back.
Welcome.
Back. We are so proud to bring this next segment. And again,
Family favorite recipes.
Yes, and what are we making? Again, for those people who just walked in the room and says, I can't wait to see the rest of this episode.
We are making today, and today only, tomato pie. Now, I want to say that...
Could you fix this real quick?
My husband is not a fan of tomatoes, but he absolutely loves this recipe. So, there you go.
Okay.
So, let's go through the ingredients. Tomatoes, I have put them in the strainer and I've peeled them first, cut them, and then put them in the strainer and put a little salt on them, and that helps to draw the moisture out, and also it flavors them. So I've left them in there for now. And it calls for 10 leaves of basil, but I don't necessarily use 10. I use more. Half a cup of chopped green onion, and I use more than that, too.
So you like to
I modify.
Yeah.
And then a cup of sharp cheddar cheese, a cup of mozzarella, and a cup of mayonnaise.
There we go.
And I also do my own thing there, and sometimes use Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip?
There's
Either
both.
One? Oh, you mix
I mix
both?
it.
Oh, why do you do that?
Just because.
Is
because
that
I like it that
or
way.
is this, so
the recipe says mayonnaise.
Most of what we do is just basic ingredients and basic instructions, but you can add a little more.
And I chose to use a pre-done pie crust.
Oh, I thought you did that.
No.
Well, I was going to say that's the most beautiful pie crust I have ever seen.
No. You prick it, and then you put it in the oven at 400 for 10 minutes or so to get it.
So you did do the
So I did that prep.
Okay.
Also. So why don't you get the mayonnaise and put it in the mixing bowl, and there's your little
Use this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at that. You're doing a fine job. I want all of it in there.
All of it?
Because I'm eating this tonight.
Well, this spatula's not doing very well for me.
Oh, you got some help?
No, I think I've got it all. I'll get it all.
Okay.
You could talk about something else. While
Okay,
I'm
and then you will add to that I've already measured out the cheese and a cup of mozzarella, cup of cheddar. And you're going to put both of them in there.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and line my pie crust with the tomato. And it doesn't have to look pretty, just like that one just fell apart.
Does this need to be mixed up? Or?
Yes. This actually is really, really nice to do when you have fresh tomatoes out of your garden and fresh basil. And I did find some fresh basil at the store yesterday. But, and like I say, it's not very pretty, but you're going to eat it, so who cares?
Have you peeled those?
I did peel these tomatoes.
What's the purpose of peeling the peelings? Don't you like
Well, it's a little tough if you don't.
Oh, okay.
So. And there, so you layered
Any special tomato?
I used Aroma. Like I say, garden tomatoes are absolutely probably the best.
It makes a difference in the taste, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, Dan. Yeah. And I, at this point, add a little pepper. Now, I've already salted them some, so
I like to use Cavender's for just about my pepper.
No, I've not tried Cavender's.
Good.
One of our guests, Carla, said that she actually puts bacon bits in hers, too. So fresh bacon would be wonderful. Then I'm going to go ahead and layer the chopped... Not yet. Chopped green...
I feel we need to do that now.
Chopped green onion. Now, what I want you to do now is to chop some basil.
Okay.
And I will go ahead and...
How do I chop it?
Just rough chop is fine.
To pour it out?
Yeah, pour it out.
All of it?
Yeah, sure. That's as you can see, that's more than 10 leaves. But just give it... Can we chop it today?
Yeah, we can chop it today.
Dan, I love you.
Well, I love you too.
And there's different ways you can chop it finer, or you can chop it...
I'm chopping it like this for some reason.
And I have been known, when I could not find fresh basil, I used dried basil.
I smelled this in the woods.
Did you?
Yeah, I picked up something that smelled just like this.
You can also
tear it. Can you find it in the woods?
I'm sure you can. I'm going to tear a few.
Nobody knows. Well, you got to get it from someplace.
And I am just layering that on top of my onions and my tomato. And, okay, that's probably good.
I got to get these out here. Okay, there you go.
I don't chop mine very fine.
You might find a finger in one of these.
Now, that could be interesting. Okay, that's good. You're good.
Okay.
And then you are going to scoop this out. Would you like to do this? You want me to?
Yeah.
Onto the top. Yep. What? You want to?
I'm just trying to level ourselves up in frame.
Okay. And I kind of spread it around so it's easier to spread, but...
I like these onions. You don't mind if I eat one, do you?
Go right ahead, Dan. Suit yourself.
Can I lick the bowl?
I don't care. Spread your mayonnaise cheese mixture around. Make it pretty. And I guess I failed to mention that you cooked your pie shell at 400 degrees. Well, you need to turn your oven down to 350 because this
Is that
will
it?
cook at 350.
I
Yes,
didn't
sir.
see how you put everything in there. Can I kind of look in?
Well, you were
underneath there?
busy. I had you busy doing things. So, there we go. We will pop this into the oven.
It looks like a pie. I mean, you know, one of those
It's a tomato pie.
Three Stooges pies.
It's a
You know
tomato
what
pie.
would be fun right now?
I thought about that.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. But are we going to go to break before we show the finished product, or are we just going to go
Let's
ahead
see.
and
We've got.
We're gonna
let's
pop
go,
this
Let's go to break.
and we'll
while
pop
we
this in the
in
oven?
and
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Great.
And you're watching us do a.
Family favorite recipe for tomato pie.
All right.
I forgot what
Be
camera
right
I was on. Yay!